Day. Hey guys, it's Adam here, and we're starting things off a little differently today. That's right. We're starting off today with being in the garage instead of sitting at the computer chair. A little bit different, I will admit. Today we're going to get cracking on this thing again. Like I said I was going to do before, today we're going to do it again. We're going to get this thing running, we're going to get it cleared, we're going to get it good. And because I have all the carb parts to rebuild it, that's what we're going to do. So what I plan on doing today is getting rid of this, and what we're going to do is we're going to take off all the lines. Now that I know that the bolts underneath here, wherever the hell they are, there's one, and one in the back here, releases the carb from the throttle body, which is good. And then we can take the throttle body clean off. My only big question is how do I disconnect that linkage right here? And it looks like it's not too bad. I gotta take a look at my throttle cable. Where the hell is that? That's right here. Is this the throttle cable? Yeah, that's the throttle cable here. So this here pulls forward somehow, moves everything else. Okay, so I don't need to remove that. I just need to remove this, and it looks like it's one of those Z-bend bars, I guess you would call it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is first is, unfortunately, I have no way to turn off the fuel. It was recommended that I use a pair of vice grips or something on the line just to pinch it, but I'm worried about that cutting it, and I don't have a spare fuel filter here. I was going to go to Crappy Tire today and pick one up, but I really don't feel like it. And I was going to pinch the line, but honestly you don't need to because it doesn't really pour fuel. So I think mainly because the line is currently sitting higher than where the gas tank is, maybe, so all the fuel is stuck up here. Because all that piston on the floor is from here up. So gravity, how does it work, eh? Whew, the fumes. So what I want to do next is I want to see what the hell size bolts these are. Obviously not 5/16, probably a 1/2 inch. So my next plan of attack is I'm going to disconnect this line here, which is the vacuum feed off of the engine to run the pump. And then I'm going to disconnect the choke here with these. So let me get doing that and I'll check back in. Alrighty, gone ahead and extracted the carb. It's actually sitting over here now. There's gas in it, so I'm going to have to pull the plug, drain the gas out, but this is going to give me a good area to do some work. So let's drain the gas out of the carb, and then we'll take a look at the jet in there, get a good shot of it. And to remove the throttle, all I did was I took the pin out of there, and it just came out no problem, which is awesome. Alrighty guys, I don't know how visible this is going to be to see in there. Let me get a light on the subject. Maybe now you can see down there a little bit. It doesn't look like that has any sort of screw or anything to get in there. So what I'm going to do is use my piece of wire, try and clear the jet, blast it with some air, see what happens there. Okay, I got it out, and it doesn't look too bad. It looks actually really good. It's a brass jet by the looks of it. What I used was one of these guys, attached to your ratchet. It was actually the one that's on the ratchet right now, and was able to get this peg out. Came out with little to no problems. Didn't even give me a fuss. So that's good. So now what I end up with is this giant gaping hole in here. So what I think I'm going to do is fire up the old compressor and put the blowy head on it, and we're going to put some carb clean in there and blow it out. Actually, what I think I'm going to do first is separate the bowl from the throttle body so I can actually get in there and do some work. You know, I'm looking this thing over, trying to figure out exactly how it works. Like the Tecumseh carbs, basic. The Honda carbs, basic. This one here, however, okay, fuel comes in this line here. This is the vacuum pump that drives the friggin' membranes inside to make the pump work. So then fuel comes in probably from that bottom T, going across, and then what? Up here, and then squirts out there? Like, I don't understand. Like, this jet here goes nowhere. This just goes in and squirts out where? It squirts out here? Like, I don't understand how this works. But I pretty much cleared every hole in there. I'm going to spray some Carb Clean in there and get some air into it and blast it out with air and see if I can get this thing perfectly clean. Honestly, I'm going to take apart the fuel pump too and see what's going on in there. Maybe there's some buildup. I don't know. Because the kit does come with some spare membranes, so I might as well put them in if I have them, right? Maybe the membranes, they say if they're stiff, they don't work right. And that could be why she's starving for fuel. Maybe the pump isn't pumping. I don't know. So we'll take it apart and we'll inspect it. Looks like a pretty simple trick. It's just three little bolts there. I'm not sure the size, but we'll figure that out. Take those off and expose it. Should be good. Okay, so I'm thinking they sent me the wrong kit, because there is my diaphragm and there's the one in the guy. That is not going to work. They sent me the wrong kit, so that's a problem. But this doesn't look too bad. I don't know how to trigger it or anything. Spring under there. I'm trying to extract it, but I don't want to rip it because it's the only one I got, right? And if I break this, then I'm frigged. Mind you, I could probably go up to Hamlin's and get the proper fuel kit, but fuel pump kit. Oh, I'm gonna need a shower after working on this. I reek like gasoline right now. Good thing I'm not smoking cigarettes. Alrighty, well, I cleaned it, I blasted it with air, I covered it in friggin' carb cleaner, cleaned out all the galleys in here, blasted them all free. I saw some debris come out, so that could have been my problem. I took this screw out, I turned it all the way in, counted 1.5 turns. So I took it all the way out, which revealed the screw with a pin in it. So this is the air-fuel mixture screw. So what I did was I took it out. There was some debris in there as well. I blasted it with Carb Clean, blasted it with compressed air. Shit came out, and now I can see light at the end of the tunnel if you want to go that route. So we cleaned out all the galleys, cleaned everything out. I'm hoping this fixes it. I'm hoping that I don't have to wait for a new one of these little pumpers. So I'm going to put everything back together now. Hopefully I remember how. And yeah, let's do this. Alrighty, people, it's a Carb again. Got everything all said and done. I just got to get the gasket for the bottom end. We'll bolt her back on and see if cleaning it fixed it. If not, the only other option I can think of is replacing all the guts in this thing here with the proper guts, which I would have done if I had them, but I don't. So we basically cleaned it all out. The membranes feel okay, like judging by what Buddy online said. Said basically if they don't feel stiff, you should be fine. And they feel floppy jaw-oppy, so we're probably okay. So I'm going to go ahead and bolt this back on, and then we'll give her a test fire and see what happens. Alrighty, I got her all back together. I had to take the carb off, put it back on again because I screwed up. Forgot to hook up the throttle linkage. That line coming off of the back plate there, dead center of the screen, going to, oh frig. Is this a positive crankcase? Is that what this is? It goes to the breather box anyway. But yeah, I forgot to hook it up, and it's got a J-bend into it. So in order to hook it up, you kind of sort of need the carb off so you can wiggle it in place. So I'll take the carb off again. But I've noticed the throttle down there, and it's kind of hard to see. Let me see. There's no lights above me. Okay. But when I open the throttle up, can you see the butterfly open? And then when I close it, see, it's not fully closing. And then I come over here and I tap it and it works. This linkage over here isn't fully disengaging, and I'm not sure why. Oh, wait. Is that adjustable somehow? See, what I'm thinking is, and I don't know if I can do this, but I want to spray some PB Blaster in there and clean all that shit up, which I should have done when the carb was off, because it would have made it easier to get in there. And I got a grimy old toothbrush up there that I could totally get some PB Blaster in there and clean all this out and get it looking good. Because it's not completely disengaging. short of moving the throttle cable here up a notch. I don't know if that'll make a difference, because that's moving all the way back there. It just seems to be, everything down below is working fine. It's just this thing here up top is not completely closing. I'm gonna dick around with it for a bit. Alright people, the moment of truth. Let's see. First I gotta get these light bulbs out of the way. Part of the hood. Let's see if we can get this thing to turn over. Stuff out of the way here. Let's get on this bitch. Choke is engaged. I think I flooded it, people. Okay, well, battery's dead, so I need to charge the battery for a bit. But we're making progress. We're making progress. Son of a bitch. Chances are I fucked something up when I took the screw out of the front. I'm gonna have to go find the proper adjustment for that. But yeah. Once I get the battery charged, because for some reason the stator on this thing doesn't charge the battery, so I got her hooked up to the battery charger over there. She'll charge up. Won't be able to test it today, unfortunately. Probably have to give it a charge for all night. We'll give her a run tomorrow, but we got some progress, so that's good. That's good. I smell like a freaking gas station. Actually, I smell like I bathed underneath a gas truck. My hand's having an allergic reaction to something, so that's fun. Hopefully I'm not allergic to fuel or one of the additives, because that would suck. But we'll get her. We'll get her. One more day. Let's just get this battery charged, because I don't have a booster kit like this thing, wherever it went. Where the hell did it go? Get my battery box, wherever that pile went. It doesn't hold the charge anymore. It's no good. It's fine for running simple things like a lamp or really low wattage things, really low amperage things. But you try and hook it up to a car battery, and the friggin' battery inside whistles, which means battery shat. But whatever. Anyway, we got some progress today. Took apart the carb, realized it's not that big of a deal. There's not much in there. Would have liked to do more to the carb, but the only thing I could do was I installed the new jet from the carb. I put the new springs in the diaphragm, or in the fuel pump, and obviously it's getting fuel because you saw it spitting out the carb. So to me, that's a good sign. That means there's a lot of gas getting in there. Now we just got to figure out the air-fuel ratio. I probably didn't put the screw back in right. I put it in 1.5, or I turned it in 1.5 turns. So when I took the screw out and cleaned out the galleys, I put it back in all the way and then brought it back out 1.5 turns. So I don't understand why it's not functioning. But I'm sure it's just some stupid mistake I made. I'll go look it up on the internet. I didn't bring my phone out here, otherwise I would have used that. Or a tablet or anything. I don't even have a tablet. What am I saying, right? Phone and my iPod. I could have just asked Siri how many turns for a carburetor. It would have went and Google searched it, and that'd have been good. But nope. Ah well. Need a charged battery anyway, so I can do some more research. We will get this pig to fire. No problem. And worst case in Ontario, if we have any problems, I do have the exact same engine in the mower in the yard. So if we need to borrow parts, then we need to borrow parts. But I have a feeling that we're not going to be mowing lawns for much longer. There's already places that are getting snow. Yeah, I kind of don't even want to think about winter. But when you live in the north, you kind of have no choice because it's inevitable. Winter is coming. Anyway, I'm going to head her inside, clean up a bit, probably have a shower because, like I said, I smell like I work at a gas station. Or, sorry, I smell like I went to a gas station and rather than putting the fuel in my car, poured it all over myself in a fun-loving bath. Not exactly a great smell. Kind of feeling a little high, to be honest. But that was fun. I felt like I was actually being productive. I just wish that battery had a little more life into it, but it is what it is. Alrighty, we're back out here in the garage. Why? Yeah, it's dark out, or it's getting there, for sure, But, got some chicken on the barbie. I'm gonna make some dinner right now. Kind of hungry. Apparently Rex showed up today. I didn't hear him. He sent me a Facebook message saying come outside. You can't do that. You gotta like contact me and acknowledge, make sure I acknowledge that you're coming over before you just show up, because otherwise if you just show up unannounced, I'm not gonna answer the door. I was busy. I don't know what the hell I was doing. Oh yeah, I was fucking with the DSLR, trying to figure out, I looked up some YouTube videos and there's a couple people who talked about how to film better with a DSLR and the different settings and ISOs and shutters and all that shit, and I wanted to see what I could do with the DSLR. So, because when I get back into reviewing vape gear and tech and other things, I plan on using the DSLR to shoot those. So that should be cool. Yeah, just gonna do some chicken wings for supper tonight. I'm blocking my light. Well, the door is helping, but yeah. Cool. So let's drink ourselves a Laker Lager. This is what, 5%? Yup. Stuff's on sale at the beer store right now. 21 bucks for a 15 pack. Not too bad, not too bad. Figured I'd pull the spark plugs and take a look at them. They look a little black and charred, but they look okay. I got new ones anyway. I'm going to put them in. I just thought I'd pull them and take a peek. Even though they're probably still good, putting fresh plugs in can't hurt, right? I don't think. I can't fire it up yet. I got to wait for the battery to charge. My battery charger that I normally use for my car, which is over there, is fucked. I've been using the solar trickle charger. It charges this car battery in a day, so I figured by tomorrow afternoon this thing will be fully charged and we could take her out for another run. But I looked up at the screw fuel adjustment, and according to what I'm doing it right. It's 1.5 turns out is your starting point, and then you adjust it from there once the engine warms up. So they want you to run it at no throttle, and that's what I don't like, is this thing here is not going all the way closed. I got to get some sort of a something in there to, I don't know. I got to try the brake clean technique, I think, or the carb clean. Spray it in there and see if I can loosen up some gunk. But I lack of the light to do that tonight, and it's pretty late and we're going to game tonight, so there's that. Quite a moon we got going on tonight. Yup. Chicken slowly coming along. That's okay. I like sitting out in the garage, vaping, drinking beer, just chilling. It's a good time. It's funny, as I'm sitting out here, I got the radio going. Not right now, obviously, because YouTube would have a conniption. But that song, The Funky Comadina, just came on. And the reason why I think this is funny is because a song like that wouldn't fly today. There's a part in the song where he's talking about he meeting up with this girl named Shayna, brought her back to his place, and Sheena was a man. And I don't screw around with no Oscar Mayer wiener, right? Basically, she's, I don't know, pre-op or a drag queen, whatever you may want to call it. And like nowadays, with how offended people get with like race culture, the LGBT stuff, that song would never have made the billboards. I find it funny, like, though, how far we've come, you know? Like, back in the 80s, it was kind of like, I don't know, it was different. Nowadays, people are getting upset over Halloween costumes, for fuck's sake. Alrighty, guys, well, I buttoned up the air breather here on the old 18-horse twin. I put the seat down, I don't know why. But we'll let this thing charge tomorrow. Hopefully we got enough battery to crank her over. Let's see if we can get it to start. Because one thing it said in the manual was make sure you have the air breather back on, not to run it without. Now that's probably so you don't suck in dust, dirt, grime, and filth and wreck your engine. But I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, Dinner is done and ready to go. So I'm going to go in and eat. Chances are we're live streaming tonight. So I'm going to shut the vlog down here, people. It's been a good garage day. I do say so myself. So on that note, thanks for watching my video today. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they freaking go. And until next time, people, keep on vlogging.